Hi, welcome to the channel. In today's video I'm going to share with you 10 things to do in Somerset and Wiltshire. I'll first start with Somerset and then move on to Wiltshire. First in Somerset is Frome. It's a picturesque market town in eastern Somerset on the edge of the Mendip Hills. It was one of the largest towns in Somerset until the Industrial Revolution and was named the 6th coolest town in Britain in 2014. It has been voted one of the best places to live in the UK due to its charming centre, wealth of history and thriving arts scene, and it's a great place to wander around. Dunney Castle is situated in the lovely village of Nunney. It dates back to the 1370s and is managed by English Heritage. This medieval castle has tons of character, said to be the most aesthetically pleasing castle in Somerset. It has a fully intact moat which you don't see very often in the UK. We love this castle, it's free to enter and it's definitely worth a visit. Prior Park Landscape Garden just outside Bath was designed in the 18th century by the poet Alexander Pope. It surrounds Prior Park Estate, which is now a college, and the landscape garden is now owned by the National Trust. It's 28 acres of beautiful paths, lakes, and the park also features a Palladian bridge, which is one of the only 4 left in the world. Glastonbury town is steeped in history, myths and legends, including King Arthur and the Holy Grail. It's also said that Jesus visited the town as a boy with Joseph of Arimathea. There is evidence that the town has been inhabited since Neolithic times and is known for its ancient and medieval sites. The area has a reputation for powerful spiritual energies, which is reflected in all the independent shops featuring anything magical and mystical. The world-famous festival also takes its name from the town. Glastonbury Abbey is set in 36 acres of grounds and was founded in the 7th century. It was destroyed by a fire in 1184 but rebuilt in the 14th century, but was one of the most powerful monasteries in England. It claims to be King Arthur's burial place. Now I'll move on to Wiltshire. The Roman town of Bradford on Avon sits on the very edge of the Cotswolds overlooking the River Avon. The 13th century bridge in the centre of town still retains two of its original arches. On it stands a medieval pilgrim chapel, which was later converted into a lock-up for the undesirables. The view from the bridge looks up the hill, which is dotted with the old weavers' cottages, and along the river, the 17th century former cloth mill. Stonehenge is a Neolithic site on Salisbury Plain in Wiltshire, England, which is supposed to date back to 3000 BC and took over 1,000 years to build. It has been a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1986 and is one of the most famous landmarks in the UK. Stonehenge was built by people who left no records, therefore it's shrouded in mystery. We don't know exactly how it was built, and we aren't entirely sure what it was used for, but it is aligned towards the sunrise on the summer solstice and sunset on the winter solstice, so it could have been used as an astronomical observatory or as a religious site. Bratton Camp was the site of an Iron Age hill fort built over 2,000 years ago. The earthworks protected the settlement, including houses, stores and workshops. There's also a Neolithic long barrow from 3,000 years before, which was preserved and excavated in the 19th century. The White Horse is a famous landmark on Salisbury Plain, and it's the oldest of several horses carved in Wiltshire. It was restored in 1778, but the original horse is said to be very different to the one we see today. Lacock Abbey and Village are owned and maintained by the National Trust. The Abbey started as a nunnery in 1232 before becoming a family home in the 1500s. It's best known as the family home of William Henry Fox Talbot and the birthplace of photographic negative. For any Harry Potter fans out there, the Abbey was featured a number of times as classrooms and Hogwarts corridors. The beautiful ancient village of Lacock has practically remained unchanged for the last 200 years or so. With its picturesque streets, Tudor houses and pretty cottages, this makes it such a popular setting for many period dramas and films such as Harry Potter, Downton Abbey and Pride and Prejudice. The beautiful village of Combe, situated in the Cotswolds, Wiltshire, is known as the prettiest village in England, although in my opinion there's so many to choose from, especially in the Cotswolds area. Many of the buildings date back to the 14th century, which add to its charm, so it gets very busy, especially at the weekend or school holidays when we went. The village has been featured in a number of TV series and films, including the 2010 film Warhorse. I can't leave without mentioning Dyrham Park in South Gloucestershire. It's set in 274 acres of ancient deer park and is a Grade 2 listed Baroque country house. It's owned by the National Trust and went under extensive renovation in 2014. Dyrham Park has featured in many films and TV series including Doctor Who and Remains of the Day. So, this is my 10 things to do in Wiltshire and Somerset. Thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more videos like this. And leave a comment below if you had been to any of these places or have any other suggestions.